right, what's good, y'all? So it's Friday. We're gonna be doing shoulders and some arms today. But what I'm gonna start off is with this incline variation here. We're gonna do a series of different around the world fly variations to warm up our shoulders, like rear delts, to help with external rotation. Just everything to kind of fire up those smaller intrinsic stabilizer muscles that control movement at the shoulders, and just to kind of help mitigate some of that discomfort that we usually feel in the shoulders when we're bench pressing or shoulder pressing, right? So yeah, let's try this out. I already done a set already, but we're trying to do I believe there's 4 variations. Try and do each one for about 20 reps, like one set, 20 reps. All right, so I already did one already, so I just want to show you guys real quick the order sequence that we do them in. All right, and I'm only using a 5-pound dumbbell. This is not heavy. You do this before you go into your shoulder press. Your shoulders are gonna feel nice. All right, so we're just gonna do some flies here just to start off. I'm just gonna do 5 of each variation, then we're gonna get into triceps, some tricep extensions, and then our shoulder press. All right, so it's here. Kind of give it a quick hold. You gotta make sure when you go up that arms are level. And if one's not level, you really wanna try and squeeze and force that one to get that full range of motion to really open it up. Right? Good. So that's one right there. Okay, good. Next one. We're gonna go kind of a bit to the front a little bit right here. Okay, and this next one right here is a little bit of like an upright row, external rotation, whatever. Anyways, I'm just gonna show you guys. All right, so you're gonna pull up, try and keep it even. Good. Okay, last one. We're gonna open up and we're gonna put the thumb on the dumbbell like this right here, like doing a thumbs up, and then we're just gonna open up to the side. All right, so I believe there was 4 or 5 variations. Do 20 reps each, and your shoulders are gonna feel nice and pre-exhausted, but also the joints are gonna feel nice and good to go for when you get into your pressing motion. All right, now let's get into it. All right, so since it's shoulders and tricep, and normally when I get into my shoulder press, my elbows, my joints they get a little bit achy, and also because it's winter time as well too. So like right now the gym is so damn cold, so my joints, obviously your joints don't like cold. So before I get into my pressing, so it doesn't affect how much weight I can lift, I'm gonna start off with a couple sets of tricep extensions just to kind of get the blood flow in there, lubricate the elbow joint. And since we're doing triceps anyways, why not start with it? And I'm doing a lot of reps, keeping weight high, I'm doing a lot of reps, just focusing on blood flow. So it's not gonna tax me too much and to the point where it's gonna affect me being able to push or go heavy with my shoulder press, all right? So I'm just gonna do 3 sets of 30 reps, and then I'm just doing as many as I can, going up to 30, and when I can't go anymore, I'll use a little bit of rest pause, rest for a couple seconds, and then finish out until I get to 30, all right? I'm gonna do 2 more sets like that. This is number 2 here, then we're gonna get into our pressing, all right? Whew. Oh, okay. 20. 10 more. And like always, when we do movements like these, some partials and some cheat reps are definitely permitted. If hundreds is always heavy as hell. Whew, okay. Oh. And see, this is why this doing eccentric reps, it causes the most damage in the muscle tissue. Therefore, you get more growth stimulation, right? If I was just doing regular reps of this, I could probably easily get like 10, 12, 15 reps, right? But that eccentric portion is different because again, the muscle fibers have to work much harder, so obviously get fatigued much quicker. And that's the goal here. All right, so I'm gonna drop this, grab the 70s, and try and see if we can get anywhere from 8 to 12 with the 70s. This sucks. Whew. Okay. Whew. Whew. That was exhausting. I think 3 sets of that should be adequate. Because, whew, god damn. All right. Okay. All right. 8 is good. I could have probably gotten 10, but these are much tougher than I anticipated, so I'm gonna chill and preserve my energy so to make sure I can get at least 2 more sets, all right? Whew. Now we're gonna get into a shoulder press. And so what we're doing is we're gonna start off with 100. We're gonna try and get 5 slow controlled eccentric reps. So we're really focusing on that, the eccentric portion there. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna drop to about 70, and then we're gonna try and shoot for 10 to 12 reps, right? And so as I go along here with the shoulder press, I'm gonna explain to you guys why it's so important to focus on the slow eccentric reps, right? One of the main reasons that slow eccentric reps, they strengthen connective tissue, right? And obviously, the more you can strengthen your connective tissues, the more you're actually able to prevent the likelihood of getting injured, right? So that's one of the benefits why doing soul control eccentric reps is so important, all right? Another one is if you're looking, if your goal is hypertrophy, so eccentric reps is the best way to kind of to get that adaptation, right? So if you're someone that's with your shoulder press or any movement, if you got to just used to going through the motion, you know what I mean? Just one workout, just try, lighten the weight, and slow everything down, right? So really slow down that eccentric portion, because it's typically the strongest portion if you lift anyways, and that's where you kind of get the most benefit, right? So I'm not saying the concentric is not important, but I find that the eccentric portion is the one that gets neglected the most, and that's where we do the most cheating, and also your inability to control the eccentric portion is what leads to most workout related injuries, right? Because if you're not controlling the weight, it's like if you're doing a bench press, right? Or if you're doing a shoulder press, right? I'm up here and I just drop down here, right down here, the muscles aren't controlling the weight at all, if any. Because if I'm going from here to here, I just drop all that weight on me, that's a lot of stress on my joints because my muscles weren't primed to control the weight all the way down. So if my muscles aren't maximally engaged on the way down, that's going to add a lot of stress on my joints and stuff like that, right? And over time, that adds up, right? Anyway, so let's go. All right. So, didn't charge my mic, so it might die. So if it does, enjoy the workout. I'll still try and speak, but this is part of the video. You may have to turn your volume up to hear properly from here on out. Second set. I was not sure if I was gonna get the last one. Holy. Whew. I was squeezing so hard. God damn, I almost blacked out. Okay. Talk about a push. All right. I'm telling you, hundreds, I've never felt so heavy. Oh. Okay. Okay, one more set to go. You can see the vein right here. All right, so I told y'all my mic would die. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully my furnace is not too annoying because as you guys could hear before, it's super loud. But we're about to do some incline barbell curls here. These are one of my favorite bicep exercises. Really great for really, improving that bicep peak, right? So that's what we're doing here. How many reps? Don't know. by 11. Should squeeze out tall, but whatever. Biceps are gassed. So let's see what we got here. So before I was putting my legs up on the bench, but I'm gonna keep my foot on the floor to get a little more leverage to see how I can squeeze out a few more reps. That's gonna utilize some leg drive. Rest pause. Let's go bang out a couple sets of lateral raises here. Superset those laterals with some overhead tricep extension. So we're gonna rest. I'm gonna do two more sets of the combo. So what I'm doing with the lateral over there, I'm trying to get 10 a little bit more to the side, right? More so to the side, like more so the emphasis on that lateral deltoid, and then I go slightly to the front where I'm kind of getting that little bit of the front delt, but also still touching the front side of the medial delt as well too. And yeah guys, I don't do a lot of front delt work, maybe because my front delt, I don't know if you guys can see, it's so overdeveloped. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's already so overdeveloped. From bench press, every other pressing movement that you do, your front deltoid gets a lot of love. So there's no point in, I don't know if you guys can see from there, but there's no point in wasting an entire workout trying to target your front delt. This side's better. See right here? Very overdeveloped already. Like it's like a tennis ball up here. If you guys can see that. So I need to touch it. And for these laterals, I'm cheating a little bit, but it's close to the end of the workout, so we can get away with a little bit of cheat reps. But even though I'm cheating, even though I'm cheating to swing to get up, I'm still fighting against that weight coming down. So don't get it twisted, right? So cheating, it's all about doing it the right way if you're gonna utilize it, right? Because even though I swing up here, when I'm coming down, I'm really fighting it so the muscle can still fight against the eccentric portion as well too. So that's why I'm going a little bit heavier with these. Because so you're really focused on controlling gravity and weight along with that, right? 10 to the side, 6 to the front. Ooh, that burns. Ooh. Oof. Ooh. Triceps now. So we're supersetting those curls with some rear delt fly, but with these, we're doing them tap instead of having the thumb facing down, we're going to turn the thumbs up, right? So that's how we're doing these here. So this bicep variation that we're about to do on a row machine is a great one because the position that you're in, it really limits spinal flexion. So you really have to focus on engage your core. And so because you're doing that, right, it's going to take away your ability to cheat. So in my personal opinion, I feel that emphasis on the bicep a lot more because again, if I can't do all this swinging, right, if I can create the more stability, typically the more tension you're going to create in the muscle, right? So that's why I like this variation right here. Right? So when I get set up right here in my crunch position, I'm engaging the heck out of my legs. I'm thinking about bracing, almost retracting my shoulders and bracing my elbows against my rib cage as much as I can. And as I'm doing the movement, I want to try and maintain that bracing off my elbows by my side as much as possible. I'm thinking about pulling to my eyeballs or my nose. So next, we're going to be doing some cable rear delt fly. And with this one, we're going to be doing it with the thumbs up. So the shoulders are going to be a little bit more extra rotated because the thumb's going to be facing up. So normally when you're doing rear delt work, you come in like this, the thumb facing down. But I'm thinking about turning the thumbs up like this. And I don't know, man, since I started doing it, I find that I've been feeling my rear delt work so much better because with most movements that we do for a rear delts, because the rear delt is such a small muscle and it doesn't take a lot of weight or a lot of extra movement to kind of isolate it. And again, because it's so small, those bigger muscles in the back tends to take over whenever we do most rear delt movement. And so most of the time when you guys are in the gym thinking, oh, yo, I'm targeting my rear delts, you're actually not because your upper back, your traps, your rhomboids, just your overall mid to upper back, that's already so dominant. Obviously, when you do a movement, and let's say, especially if you guys are lifting weight that's too heavy, naturally the bigger muscles are going to turn on to help you lift that weight. So a lot of times you guys are doing rear delt work, you guys are actually not doing it properly, and that's why you don't get that roundness in your shoulders that you're looking for, because the rear delt is so dormant, because the whole time you've been thinking, oh, I'm doing this movement to isolate the rear delt, but you weren't doing it. You were just utilizing the traps and all those other muscles, right? So I find that this variation, I feel it so much more in my rear delt, right? Try it out, see if it works for you. It works for me, right? So I figured I'd just share with y'all, all right? So. See, like for example, that right there, I think was only 7 or 8 reps, but the burn that I felt in my rear delts was actually crazy, right? So like I said, the rear delt don't take a lot to isolate properly if you slow down, control the movement, right? And so you try it out and see if you guys like it. So anyway, so I'm going to do one more set of this combo here, then I'm going to just finish off, just burn out with some tricep extensions. And then that's going to be the end of the shoulders and arm workout. All right? Alright, so I like to finish my arm days with some kind of, with a certain level of intensity. So I'm just gonna do this tricep extension variation to finish off here. Right, I love this variation right here, right? And done correctly as well. And focus on the contraction is a killer, right? Just go absolute feeling here. The destination here is unknown, so just going till we can't go. Okay. We're going to utilize rest pause here and get a couple more. Alright, that's good. Woo. Yeah. Fasted workouts, man. Gotta love them. But you run out of steam very quickly.